So you had to choose one of your friends to suck your dick while you were a man for a day. Who would it be?
This is so bogus. Cause last time I told you I'm not picking none of my friends.
You got to.
I can't. No, I'm not. If I would pick this girl that who's my just different.
21 questions on Terry Roseland podcast. Today, I got a guest with me who's about to get into some real good, juicy questions and shit like that. My guest is the Don Juan, the influencer, the East Sider, South Sider, Malcolm X autobiography writer, educator. I got all?
Yeah, you got them.
Shamerea. There you go.
Woo! Round of applause. I did not make him say all that, y'all.
Yeah. That's off the top. That was just half the shit.
That was just half. That wasn't even all of it.
I ain't really get in the bag for real.
You didn't even tap it. Like, so sad for y'all. Damn.
Right.
Woo.
But what's up, man? What's going on?
Nothing much, Terry.
You want to tell them anything? You want to tell them the rest of
y'all.
what you got going on?
No, I want to tell y'all nothing else. I hate y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
What's going on? Nothing's going on. Just being the...
Okay, so we did this episode before, and the file got corrupted, meaning my technology doesn't like you.
That means that Terry hate me. That's all that means.
That the audience will love you, so I'll say we're gonna do it again. We gotta do it over.
Nigga said.
But we're gonna ask different questions. One of my questions is the same because I feel like it was a great question. The rest of the questions I feel like I can ask anybody, but one question I feel like is a Shamerea question. And you gave me a Shamerea answer, so we're gonna run that one back.
Okay.
Other than that, we got all new questions, and of course, ladies first.
What's my first question is the same question because this was definitely a Terry question. Okay. So I'll ask you. So you said on Instagram that therapy is hard because you're studying yourself. Why is studying yourself the hardest thing to do?
Because you gotta accept a lot of shit that you don't want to accept, and it's hard to be honest with yourself and look yourself in the mirror sometimes. You got habits that you have that are convenient for you, that you might enjoy, that you have to now try to change because you see the truth about yourself. And there might be stuff that you didn't feel like was causing no bad in your life. Like it was good doing this, or so you thought. And it might have stemmed from something traumatic, or it might be causing other bad things to go on around you in an indirect way. So, it's difficult, and it's difficult to dive back into it. Like once actually talking to a therapist is one thing, but then they might give you these assignments or these worksheets or these videos you got to watch, or just shit that you got to write to just kind of dig deeper into it. And it's kind of hard to sit and do that. It's a little easier when you in therapy and they kind of doing it for you or guiding you through it. But when you sitting alone by yourself and you got to like write about yourself, shit that you don't even like necessarily like about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult. And it's very, another part of it that's hard is that you don't have to do it.
Yeah, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know how many people don't do no self-work? Like they don't read self-help books, they don't do therapy, they don't journal, they don't do shit revolving self-reflection. And I feel like that is the scariest thing ever because me and my friends were so self-reflective. Like I'm in a book club, all kind of shit. I've been in therapy since I was 20. Like I've always been a self-reflective person, but there are people in this world that ain't never looked in the mirror or had that quiet a long time to write things about themselves that either they like or dislike, or check in with themselves, or like really know what they like. Reevaluate if you're wrong. Like I remember like the first time I went to therapy in college. I was 20, just off growing up and not really knowing what to do. I was a first generation college graduate. So when I went to college, I was like going through anxiety. I had a fucking mental breakdown at college. And one of my advisors was like, I recommended you go to therapy. I was like, you go to therapy when something wrong. That whole stigma. But that was the first time I ever like talked to somebody who ain't know me, didn't know me from a can of paint. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. This is revolutionary, But nobody at that time, this was what, 2012? Yeah. People weren't doing that shit like that then, not in the Black community. And it was like hard for me to even think about, telling people that I was in therapy without them asking if something was wrong. Like I'm just literally talking to somebody because I just want to talk to somebody that don't know me. But it's people in this world that don't self-reflect, and I think that's fucked up. Like, get yourself reflect on, talk to yourself. It is the hardest, but I feel like it's the most rewarding thing, because if you know yourself the best, then even when other people come in your life and really don't know you, you can still try and put your best foot forward of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about life, though. Everything that's the most rewarding is difficult.
Hell yeah.
Everything.
Every single thing is hard. Like, if somebody would have told 16-year-old Shamerea life is hard as fuck, I would have been like, damn, that's crazy. I just want to get out of my mama's house. Like,
no, life is hard when you want more, though.
Yeah.
Like, when you just kind of like take what you could get, shit be kind of smooth for so long. Because that shit could get hard. So you can put yourself in a hard position. But overall, it's people, the people who not in therapy, the people who not doing self-work, I can't say I blame them, but I would just strongly suggest that they do.
Yeah.
Like you said, it is very rewarding, and it helps the people around you too, and that's kind of what motivated me to do it. It wasn't even for me; it was for the shit that I was doing to other people.
That's crazy. You know how wait, pause. That was so reflective. Like, that's some grown man shit to say. That's some healed shit to say. People ain't gonna say that. Like, I feel like if you are a different space in your life and you can say that, like, I was a fucked up person.
Yeah.
You know how big of people ain't gonna say that.
I knew that the day I signed up. Like you say, people go to therapy because something was wrong. For me, something was wrong. Like,
Hell yeah.
I couldn't stop cheating on motherfuckers.
I feel like I was a shitty person too, but I really didn't realize I was a terrible person because I was so angry. I was a very angry teenager. I was a very angry young adult. Like, I wasn't a good friend. I wasn't a good person. Yeah. And that takes a lot to say that shit. Like, I wasn't that good. But now I'm the shit. So,
you know what's
I'm sorry
crazy?
if y'all met me when I was younger.
You know what's crazy? When we talk about, like, cheating, a lot of people say if somebody cheat on you, they don't love you. It's a lack of love and all these things.
Yeah.
And I believe that cheating has nothing to do with love. Like, as far as a man is concerned, a lot of times cheating has nothing to do with love. Because I know niggas that'll cheat on their wife or their girl at the drop of a dime. But if this fucking house catch on fire, they not leaving without her. Like,
so if it's not love, then what is it? Is it
respect?
Lust?
It's a lack of respect. As far as the bond between the two people, it's a lack of respect. Now, the reason why he's cheating, the internal shit is going on with him. It could be a number of things. It's usually some type of void that needs to be filled. It could come from some type of insecurity. It could come from just the way you see the world and how you think shit's supposed to go. Yeah. It's a lot of different things. And that's, a whole nother book of things to get into.
Okay.
But for me, I went to therapy because, and I, like I said, I couldn't stop cheating, but it was like, it got to a point where I didn't really understand, like, why. And I think that for a lot of men, they had the same issue. It's a lot of niggas who probably cheat on every girl that they've been with and shit like that. But a woman showed me her full range of emotions and how it impacted her. And that's what kind of changed everything for me. Because a lot of times, when you cheat on a girl, you think that you see the range of emotions because you see what she show you. She might cry in front of you. She might whatever. But in reality, like, a lot of women, when they get cheated on, they might cry in front of you, but they gonna go by themselves in their own little box or to their friends or whatever, and they gonna really let the real hurt and pain go on and then show up later in front of you again. And they might still show some emotions, but y'all don't really show men the real full range of emotions that y'all go through when a nigga cheat on y'all.
That's crazy, because when you show that nigga that range of emotion, he really start to change. Like, not change, but like, be like, damn, I really hurt you. It's like an
aha moment. Like,
oh my God.
Like the crying and shit,
I'm
be like,
goofy.
damn.
Like, yeah.
This is the thing, when y'all cry in front of us, we might look at it like, damn, like, you might feel, not like, damn, I hurt her whoop. It's like, damn, let me try to fix this shit real quick. Damn, I got caught. Like, you thinking about it on a very surface level. Yeah. But when a woman show you her full range of how insecure she feel, how she looking at herself in the mirror and questioning if she look good or not. She questioning, y'all whole history and everything that y'all had and what that meant. She questioning the future she thought she was gonna have with you. She questioning herself, because now it's like, how I'm a goofy because I didn't even know this shit was going on. Exactly. And now all the times that I believed that you was at the crib sleeping, you was doing it, like, you really just fucked this person's head up. So when you see, when somebody show you that, you was like, I'm a very shitty person because I didn't do this to you. I put you through all this, but it wasn't even intentional. Like, I wasn't even on bullshit with you. It was just me being reckless. And that's what make it worse, is that, like,
you be like, damn.
I really was doing my own thing, and this shit just happened at your expense. But I didn't just put you through some of the worst shit ever just to have some fun.
That's so
not to
crazy.
prove a point, not to get no vengeance, not to just to have some fun.
Just to have some fun.
I'm a really shitty person.
That's terrible.
Like, yeah. So that's just why I need to go to therapy, because I'm doing this shit to everybody I come in contact with.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I would have been like, I would probably stabbed you.
Yeah. And the women that I was doing the shit to, they was moving on in new relationships and fucking niggas over. And that shit was out of character for them.
And it was because they got cheated on.
Yeah, it's because it might not.
It was no trust.
They might not have been fucking niggas over on some cheating on the niggas they fucking with, but they got niggas in these situations to where these niggas feeling like they locked in and they emotionally not even available. And now these niggas like, who the fuck am I dealing with? And you know what I'm saying? Now they telling me, you know, I'm talking to my exes and shit, catching up with them. They like, yeah, my relationship all fucked up because
the fact that they was talking to you. I don't even talk to my exes. I don't talk to none of my exes except.
My exes be cool.
Nah, see, they probably loved you in a different way. I feel like every woman is different to a different capacity. Me, I used to be the woman that got cheated on, and I went through the range of emotions like how you just said, but there was one particular instance where I got cheated on and I caught the man, and I never in a million years thought I'd beat a nigga
up. You whooped his ass, huh?
I had to whoop his.
How you catch him though?
I went through that work phone.
Damn.
I go through the phone.
He's putting that work in that motherfucker.
The fact that he cheated on me with a woman that I had no disbelief was his type.
Yeah.
Like, niggas is grimy. He was a grimy son of a bitch. And some told me, look through that phone.
Yeah.
Something in my system. Because I knew something was wrong. I knew something was off, but I just couldn't pinpoint what it was. And he had two phones. He had a work phone and his regular phone. I went through that work phone.
You know
dog.
You know what's crazy? That I think one of the reasons why, at least what they tell me, why women still communicate with me that I've dated, is because they feel like regardless of what I did to them in a realm of a relationship, that I'm still a good person. And it's fucked up that they feel that way.
I would.
And I stopped feeling that way about my damn self. Because I felt that way about myself. Like, oh, I'm a great person. But then when I saw what I was doing, it's like, no, I'm not that good of a person. But then that same person I did it to is still like, no, like, you did that. That's fucked up. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. But outside of the realm of a relationship, you're a great person.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's really crazy.
Because I wouldn't have, kudos to her, because that takes a lot. I feel like that was probably harder for her. She probably don't tell you that part of it, because I feel like being somebody's friend after a relationship takes a different kind of understanding. Like, me, I could be cordial with you and be cool with you, but I know in my heart and in my existence that we can never fuck with each other on that level ever again. Sure. Me, I'm Judge Judy around this bitch. You fuck up that one time, that's it. I'm sorry. Like, for sure. I can't do it.
I got a question for you.
Let's go.
If you had a husband of 10 years who was otherwise perfect the whole 10 years, and then you found out that before y'all met, he used to date men, what would you do? So
he's bi? Or he was. There's no such thing as was bi.
Okay, there you go.
In manhood. I feel like if you're a bisexual man, that is beautiful for you. Yeah. Me personally, as a bisexual woman, I feel like this is contradicting because I'm a bisexual woman.
They don't have to be contradicting.
But I personally would not want to date a man that is sexually attracted to other men. Only because there's a thin line between that. Like, when a man dates another man, like, not nothing like that everybody thinks of. My only thing as a woman would be, am I fully, are you fully desiring me because you see yourself with a woman, you see yourself building with a woman, all of that, or are you just sexually attracted to me in this instant? You know what I'm saying? I feel like when a man is sexually attracted to another man, it's so many different. It's the same way with the woman. Sometimes people think, oh, he probably fucking with that man of that sex just because that's what he want to do sexually. That man could also see himself marrying a man, having kids with a man, anything like that nowadays. But me personally, I just can't I can't have that like in the same capacity. Like, I can't be like, oh, that's cool when I know it's not cool, Yeah. And that's what people need to do up front with motherfuckers. When you having real open-ended conversations when you're dating a person and that come up like, yeah, I used to fuck with niggas. I'll be like, oh, cool. I'm not niggas fucking with that. No, I've personally have never dealt with that, but I know some friends who have.
And niggas just came out and said it.
Yeah, they just said it.
But
it's also like, I feel like nowadays more men are being more comfortable talking about their sexuality.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But women, we get a little drunk, we kiss each other.
Yeah.
But niggas, I don't know.
Great that men are like being more open about that shit.
Yeah.
Just because like I don't want coochie that got booty juice in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want no contaminated vagina.
Contaminated?
So the more men that's upfront about that,
oh
and
my
that
God.
not tricking y'all into getting them some coochie, and now I'm hidden, and then dude with the booty juice hidden.
What's crazy is I know gay men that love women, that have sex with women, but they don't claim to be bisexual men, but they let their gay partner know like, oh, I like some, so they don't claim to be bisexual.
Yeah.
They just say like, the sexuality spectrum is literally that. It's a spectrum. People feel like they can go in and out as much as they want with everybody, but I feel like when you're dating, be open to talk about what the fuck is going on.
People got the right to not want to deal with shit they don't want to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. You know I ask those type of questions like, are you sexually attracted to any other gender, or have you ever dated? In that I also ask, have you ever dated a white woman or fucked a white woman? Because that's a lot for me.
Yeah,
I've never dated a white man or will fuck with one, because every time I look at a white man, even if he found, I just think about slavery. That's fucked up.
When I think about white women,
that's me.
I think about how their vagina look, and I don't think I would like how their vagina look.
Yeah, a pink. I don't know. I just can't. I just feel like personally that they can't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I want black children. So I mean, it's just a thing. That's just me. I feel like whatever your personal preference is, you should be very stern on that. Date like that, live like that. And if you want to have some wiggle room with your partner or with a person you seeing and you okay with that, then so be it. But me personally, I would prefer my man not to be bisexual and not interested in the opposite sex, for sure.
For sure. So yeah. So that's a good one, man. I think all y'all niggas out here that's on some download shit, get out that download shit, be honest with these girls and stop putting booty juice
Some of them
coochie.
is scared though. Because the history of being gay as a man or even as a black man is insane. Like, even what just happened with the man Sibley, like being killed for voguing. Like, that's a history of things.
He got killed for voguing? He
was dancing to Beyonce outside of a gas station and got killed. This was a week ago.
Damn. Oh, I think I saw the dude. He from here.
O'Shea, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. But the history of the LGBTQIA plus community is... that history is ongoing.
Yeah.
Like, people really need to think about that. Like, so when you say that, I feel like, yeah, it's cool. Like, come out the closet to people that you feel safe with.
Yeah.
But also, like, you got to know the history in which black people, or not even just black people, but people of that community are scared to say, I like what I like. Because they feel like, damn, I can't even... That's kind of fucked up when you think about it, too. Like, that person lays in the bed with whoever they want to lay in the bed with, and they getting killed or murdered over
that's
how they
up.
present themselves.
That's fucked up. And I feel like, I had interviewed a gay guy before, and he was talking about just, how hard shit is on their end. Yeah. And I respect it 100%. I still feel like the person that you're fucking...
should know, yeah.
I don't need to know.
I
don't need to know that you get.
I agree with that. You should.
I don't give a fuck.
The world don't need to know, but the person you're having sex with, absolutely, 100,000%.
Yeah, no disrespect
ain't go get
to y'all
tested.
history.
Don't fucking play. People act like STDs and STIs have completely vanished from the earth. Yeah. I feel like if you fucking somebody, you should know. You should be able to ask them like, when was the last time you got tested? I feel like people don't be asking that no more, which is so fucking wild to me. Me and my girlfriends was just talking about this. We was like, when was the last time you asked a nigga when they got tested? And motherfuckers was in there quiet. Yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I ask people that all the time. You can still... Usher got herpes.
Okay.
He do.
He might... Okay. That's probably why Kiki's husband was turned up like that. He's like, don't bring that shit home.
No, but for real, like, it's people out here with diseases, living with that shit.
Yeah.
Come on now. Ask them motherfucking questions. If you have the respect for a person to lay with them and fuck them, especially if you fucking them raw, make sure y'all test it. Like, for real.
So hit me with the next question.
Yeah. Is first nut clarity a real thing?
Post nut clarity.
Post nut. Post and first.
Post nut clarity is a real thing.
Damn.
Yeah. In a lot of ways. It just kind of relaxes your mind a little bit. And there's been times where I've invited a chick over who I probably shouldn't have been fucking with, who I shouldn't have been fucking with. But at the time, I really wanted some ass.
Damn.
So she ended up taking a long time. I ended up whacking off. I'm like, nah, let me cancel. Like, I'm super good.
That's crazy.
But it's also clarity on the other end as far as like, if I invite you over and I whack off and still want you to come over, I like you.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect test to see, like, how do I really feel about this person?
That's really crazy. The only reason I asked is because I seen something on Twitter that was like, before you go on a date with that person, masturbate and see if you still fuck with them. And I was like, damn, is that deep? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I feel like men and women are very different in that. I don't know.
I just think it's like, because if you don't do that and you go on a date and there's sexual tension there, you might be overlooking a lot of the shit that's going to annoy you later on down the line.
That's crazy.
But if you whack off first and you don't have no type of sexual tension built up in you and you just really, taking this person at face value or what it really is, then it's like, shit.
Damn.
It's a lot of clarity. Even on business decisions, though, it's a lot that go into.
That's insane. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's real.
All right.
Okay. This is the 2-part question. I asked you
scared.
this on the last one. If you were a man for 24 hours, what would you do?
Damn. You did ask me this question. And now I got some time to think about it. No, I'm just kidding. I think my answer would still be the same. I still think I'll wake up. I will hope and pray that my dick is big. I feel like niggas with little dicks have a different way of life. They just think differently. They move.
What if you got a medium dick? I hate that y'all talk about dicks.
I don't say no. When I say big doesn't take away from medium dick.
What about us medium dick niggas?
Medium dick is beautiful, perfect dick. Shout out to the medium dick niggas out there in the world.
Is it husband dick?
The girth over the length niggas, praise God for y'all. The niggas who got supreme stroke, shout out to y'all.
There we go.
The niggas who make women come first, y'all need to cook that nigga a meal. Like,
that's how the fuck you get is a meal?
Yeah.
Like, that's it? Like,
just don't get on bended knee, bitch. I cannot help you with that. I am not one of them
need
girls.
A parade or something. You talking about
y'all
a meal.
shouldn't get nothing more than that. But
wow.
I will hope that I have a nice package, because the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking a nude. Okay. I'm instantly. Then I'm gonna see how many bitches I can fuck. I ain't gonna cap, because honestly, I got game. I got game as a woman, so I can only hope and pray that my game as a man is like up there. And if not, I'm gonna just be working on it. But I'm gonna see how many, and I'm gonna go outside in like some of the skimpiest clothes to see if I get catcalled. Because as a woman, I get catcalled off anything. Like today,
what's skimpy clothes for a man? Like a hoochie shorts?
Gray, look at y'all. Gray sweatpants, you fucking sluts. Mm-hmm. Sluts. Wife beater, nipples out.
Nipples out is crazy.
Do-rag, a hat on. Flip-flops, some simple.
Corner store outfit.
You sluts. Just out here slutting it up. Slut bags. No, but I would love to see, like, if I get catcalled, because women, we get catcalled off. Like, I came from the gym this morning. Oh, my God. Nigga, I looked a mess.
Yeah.
Where you going? Who you going with? What's up? Oh, my God. I would love to see how it is to be a man if I get catcalled. And if I don't, I'll probably be happy as fuck.
And shout out to my boy Kelly Anthony with the documentary 24 Hours a Man, because that's where I got that question from. That's my boy. That was a co-documentary. Make sure I check that out. At Kelly Anthony. That's Kelli Anthony. This part 2 of the question, though. That's the 3-part question. You and your friends talk about sexual experiences and shit like that, right? Y'all share sexual experiences.
We sure do.
And how y'all do things, and how well y'all do things, and how well y'all don't do things, right? So you had to choose one of your friends to suck your dick while you were a man for a day, who would it be?
This is so bogus, because last time I told you I'm not picking none of my friends.
You got to.
I can't. No, I'm not. If I would pick this girl there who was my friend from when I was in middle school.
Say her name.
No, I'm not saying her name. You already know.
I already know her?
No, you don't know her. You don't know her. You don't know her at all. So I will pick her.
So
She
none of
was
your
my
friends
type.
got good head, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying that.
Who got the best head out of all your friends? Who got the best head out of all your friends?
Everybody is a throat goat. Praise out to
Everybody. But
y'all.
who's
Shout out to
like
y'all.
the
Shout out to the
queen?
goats.
Who the queen though?
Shout out to the throat goats. I fuck with y'all, girls.
That's crazy.
My gang, the gang is here.
That's crazy. You could have
I'm
just
not
been
doing
like,
that. You bogus as hell because if I ask you which one of your friends you feel like eat pussy the best, if you don't give me no name,
which one of my homies eat pussy the best? That's
y'all
the
know.
question?
Do y'all share pussy eating stories?
I would. I think I would, but if it wasn't me, I'd probably TJ probably eat pussy great.
You know what? Ladies, TJ look like a munch. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, we watched a pussy eating tutorial in college and was knocking bitches out
What?
the park after that. Yeah,
Like together?
yeah, we had like a pussy eating factory in our house.
I don't.
Not together, like
I
not like
thought
we was
y'all
eating
went
the same.
like together as a unit. I was about to say y'all kind of.
No. We had it was this dude Seymour Butts, who was a porn director. He had a pussy eating tutorial on Pornhub, and we all watched it.
What's his name?
We all was just like, bro, that shit worked. we had in a group chat like, bro, that shit worked.
Seymour Butts.
This is my first time making the bitch come off head. That shit gone now. It ain't up there no more.
Damn.
Yeah, I would have sent it to
It's
you.
probably on X videos.
It exists somewhere in the world, but it was lit though. It was him, and then he had like 3 women, and they was all eating pussy and showing all the techniques and how you could put some pressure right above the G spot and do the finger pull thing and
That's crazy.
do the clit. How you can
Y'all need to find
clit,
that
all
video. Some of y'all niggas out there need to find that video.
Yeah, we was going crazy after that.
Cause licking cat like this is not it.
That shit fucked up. Niggas still doing that.
I don't know none, but
You gotta make
I
out
heard
with that.
that's what
you
I'm
gotta
hearing.
make out with that pussy.
That's what I heard about y'all eating coochie. Y'all are terrible.
Yeah,
Stop doing that to them girls. But yeah, I'm not giving no names.
that's fucked up.
I feel sorry for you. What would you do
I
if you
think I
woke up
know
as a
who.
woman for real? Like, what if your titties was like medium? Your coochie
I'm not
was,
a titty
your
guy.
coochie was mid. Your booty was alright. Like you had a.
Like I woke up as a 6.
You woke up as a 6 and a half. 6 and a half.
6.5.
But you had like beautiful eyes or some shit. Like beautiful brown eyes.
Y'all know how y'all be like having them old niggas who can't touch y'all but spend hella money on y'all.
Like a sugar daddy.
I guess I might do that for
You would get a sugar daddy for.
I forgot to answer this question. I'm editing this out of the highlights.
A nigga with a pocket full of keys. Nah, you gotta keep this. That's hilarious.
Like, what else I'm gonna do?
That's hilarious.
Finesse motherfuckers for some money?
You ain't gonna play with
I'll
that
probably
cat?
make an OnlyFans.
Damn, I should have said that.
Ran the bag up.
I would have definitely been a porn star.
I just seen Sweetie OnlyFans had 1.2 thousand, 1,200 followers.
She got an OnlyFans?
She just dropped it, but it got 1,200 followers and it's $25 a month. I did the math, I'm like, that's 30 racks. She just dropped that bitch like
What
today.
the fuck is she doing on there?
Probably just posting bra and panty pictures and shit. You know them celebrities, she's not really.
That's crazy.
30 racks.
Now hold on. Let me see how much I can get. Probably $5. Yeah. Now I got some. I can make some money. I ain't gonna cap. I just be being modest. It up, though. I be being modest. Like people be somebody. You know somebody said my ass was fake.
Somebody said that?
It ain't the first time. Won't be the last.
That mean you make some money off that motherfucker.
Which is crazy because I've had this ass my whole life, which is funny as fuck. But I've heard it in college and then I just heard it recently. And because I posted a gym after the gym pic, somebody said my booty was fake. And I said,
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
If I had a fake ass, the first thing I would do is not be around you broke ass niggas. Okay? I'll be on the jet some fucking where. So I deny all of the BBL allegations. And first off, I would have paid to get my teeth fixed. Not have braces. The fuck? Y'all stupid. But yeah, it's my turn.
You can go.
Ooh. What? Oh, this is a 2-part question. What's your definition of a real man?
I think a real man, I would have to base it off of integrity and discipline being like the 2 main pillars of being a real man. Is integrity and discipline.
That's true.
A respectable, I think that just makes you respectable, that make you honorable. It go a long way because if you got integrity, you taking care of your kids. If you got integrity, you respecting your woman. You doing the right thing with nobody around. if you got discipline, you're doing the right thing with nobody around. You got your finances in order. If you got discipline, yo, you know, sexually, you have a level of discipline. You maintaining yourself. Yeah, I think integrity and discipline is the main two pillars of a real man for sure.
Would you consider yourself to be a real man, or any of your friends to be real men?
I consider all of us to be works in progress. I think that we good. We good people at heart, and I think that we all are striving to be the best that we can be. You know what I'm saying? So I think we all fall short of glory at moments, but I would say that we're real men most of the time.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? But we fall short of glory, and I don't know if you make a mistake sometimes or that excludes you from being a real man at the moment, because real people make mistakes too. So and when it comes to stuff like that, like, you know, somebody might say, "Are you a real man?" Or somebody might say, somebody might tell me like, "Oh, you the best podcaster in the city." Some any type of high compliment, I just leave that to people to decide. Like, so ask the women that I dated, "Am I a real man?" You might get some adverse answers. Shit. Ask my son's mom, "Am I a real man?" Like,
he probably ask them. I don't know, G.
You know, so I think those are the people who can answer that question and they have some validity. Any nigga could sit here and call themselves real, but it's like ask the people who you're supposed to be being real to what they think. I agree. You know what I'm saying?
I would say ask strangers too, like that have encountered you, like people like say a waitress, a hotel, people who really can't even do nothing for you. Those people get you either in the moment of something, either good or bad. I feel like you could tell a lot about a person based on how they treat strangers.
Yeah.
Like if they really a good person or not.
For sure. Damn. For sure. I think that's
am I a real woman? Damn.
Let me see. What's a simp?
A simp.
Simp ass bitch.
A simp ass nigga. A simp ass nigga. I feel like a simp is a person that is not the lowest of the low, but they like the medium tier of low balling motherfuckers. And they just simple. Like you simple as hell. Like you have really nothing going on for yourself, no coof, no nothing. Like it's just you just simple. Like just simple as hell. I don't know if that's a Chicago ass answer, but I feel like a simp is just like somebody just not on shit. Like they just not on shit. Somebody probably from my high school that's probably still doing the same shit when I left them 12 years ago.
That's like a bum though.
No, I feel like a bum is just a nigga that ain't shit that do anything for $1. Rob, kill, steal. That's a fucking bum. Kill kids, all that kind of shit. Yeah. I feel like a simp is probably a nigga who probably work at, I don't want to say no job because I'm not no wage, person that like throw shots at people with different jobs.
Wage shamer.
I ain't no wage shamer, but I am a person that feel like, it's certain people at certain jobs who feel like, that's the best shit they ever had. So that nigga might be a simp. Or that woman might be a simp. Probably the bitch at McDonald's who been the manager for 35 years and she make everybody feel bad, but she like ain't never going nowhere from that job, so she may give everybody a fucking hard time. That bitch is a simp.
So simp usually get used in the terms of like, and especially in a relationship world, in terms of a man, and it's usually a man.
Oh yeah, that
nigga. In
a
sense
simp.
of a nigga who would do anything, like basically the male version of a pick me. That's how it is. Like, so if you taking care of a woman, you a simp. If you doing XYZ, a lot of niggas even go as far as like you opening doors, you buying flowers, you a simp.
Now hold on.
That's how niggas.
That's crazy. Now I feel like there's a thin line between. You know what's crazy? A thin line between a simp and then a nigga that's just a gentleman. Like. That's truly a gentleman.
Niggas starting to blur the lines.
They blurring the line because honestly speaking, if a man is just a gentleman, like he's just a gentleman to everybody. Certain bitches will call a nigga a simp because he's like a nice man, like genuinely nice. Now I've in my past used to think that was a simp. But as a grown ass woman, that's not a simp. That's just a man that's just a gentleman. I think like that's crazy. Like, people have blurred the lines between what's a simp and what's a not. Now, a pick-me ass nigga, I just call him a pick-me. I wouldn't even I call him a goofy. I wouldn't call him a simp, but I see what you was about to say.
I think a simp is a nigga who let a woman have a way with him.
All the time?
Yeah. Like, not have a way in a sense of like, she want to go here, you take a woo.
Yeah.
But having a way and they're not getting reciprocated or their boundaries are being crossed.
Yeah.
So this chick don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? She don't respect your time.
Yeah.
Like she might be you make reservations, y'all hour late every time, woo, and you still pulling up with the flowers. You ain't checking the shit. You just letting her have her way, regardless of what her behavior is. That's a simp in my eyes.
I feel like a nigga that do that with his friends. They do that with everybody. There's a person with lack of boundaries. Like they don't have no voice. They ain't talking up for themselves. They don't respect themselves enough to say nothing. Like they feel like, that is what it is. I know a simp. They married to somebody I know.
But I think that could be true for some people. That's like because how you do one thing is how you do everything in some cases. But I think it's some niggas who they might not be a simp for every woman. They just a simp for. He might feel like shorty out his league a little bit, or shorty like so he bending over backwards for it and shit like that.
Do you think that women be simps for niggas like that?
That's out their league.
Yeah.
In 2023, I think a lot of women egos are inflated to the point where they think every nigga is supposed to do XYZ for them, and
that's crazy.
A lot of women, but there's some women out here who probably do feel like certain niggas out there. I've dated women who told me they felt intimidated by me, and I don't know why.
I always used to get. I was dating men were intimidated by me until like I was in my late 20s.
Yeah.
Then they was like, "Oh, okay," you know what I'm saying. But I feel like that's usually how people get approached when people don't know how to read you. I feel like they'll label you as intimidated, like they're intimidated by you when they really can't read you. Like they don't know what's going on, so they be like, "Oh, I'm intimidated. I don't know what I'm getting."
Maybe that's exactly what it is. I never understood like what's intimidated.
I feel like that's what it is because I used to always say that. I'm like, why men say that? Like I used to say that with my friends. Like why they say they intimidated? Like am I outside mean mugging? Like I'm a good ass time.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, they don't know how to read me. I'm not easy to read. You're intimidated because you want to know what box you can put me in.
I think that somebody who's very sure of themselves is also intimidating people who aren't sure of themselves.
Absolutely. Have you ever seen a confident woman walk in a room?
Yeah.
She gets everybody attention without even thinking that she's getting everybody attention, but she just is so sure with how she is when she walks to a room. Her presence is just known by everybody, and they like, oh my god, that shit is weird. I feel like it's weird, but that person is just confident in who they are.
Absolutely.
Ain't got shit to do with y'all, and y'all intimidated.
Absolutely. Whose turn is it?
That was mine. It was your turn now.
All right. Oh, I said what's a simp. It was actually.
Oh, it was me. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Ask that one. Ask the ooh question.
When was the last time you dated somebody who was just unamazing? Like nothing about them was good.
Oh, nothing was good. Oh, I'm gonna say nigga every time. I ain't amazing.
No, not necessarily amazing, but when somebody just completely like everything was just unimpressive, like they weren't who you thought they was. Shit was just whack. Like everything was just mediocre, like below mediocre.
I don't think I had that experience.
I'm great. Yeah, I used to be very grateful. Yeah, everybody give me a round of applause.
Cause I don't think I dated nobody.
You ain't never meet nobody before, like before you met them, put them on a pedestal.
And then they just kind of let me down.
Yeah.
Am I putting these hoes on pedestals? Last time I put these hoes on a pedestal. I probably have done that. But at the same time, as a man, I've dealt with a lot of women. So it's like, but a lot of these experiences is not what I would consider I dated them. Like I just dealt with you. We might have been fucking, we might have had a couple, but we weren't really dating. But it's like, if they was unimpressive, it's kind of hard to even remember that shit. You was just forgettable.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, no. It was one girl. It was one girl who, yes.
Thank God.
It was this one chick who was exactly what you described. And what's the question about her? Like
they was just mediocre. Like they was just, you put them on a pedestal, you had high hopes for them. It's one or two areas or more. It was this one
chick who I met, and she kind of went out her way to meet me. Actually, she kind of like caught on to the podcast and went. It was at somewhere where I was at, and kind of made it happen that way.
Ugh.
And then she had her vibe on the internet is just, it's like, who the fuck is this girl? Like, you
in
know
a
what
good
I'm saying?
way,
Yeah, it's very
like
mysterious.
in a mysterious.
Yeah, like she don't talk on the internet. You know, like she don't never make a video talking. It's always just a picture. Her look was very different, fine as hell. In person, she was still cute. I wouldn't say it was exactly what it was on the internet, but she was still nice though. But conversation wasn't there. Lifestyle wasn't there. She wasn't as well kept as she seemed on the internet. Not in a way, but just in a like, you know, she seemed a little like, I ain't gonna say how, I don't really, not that I like high maintenance women, but she seemed a little bit more put together than she really was. And sex wasn't it's sexually attractive as she was, it was just wasn't hidden away. And I kept cracking, trying to
figure it out.
And it just wasn't it.
I'm so sad for you.
No, it wasn't how you sad for me. It was cool. She cool. Yeah.
I've had my expectations be like, I don't have no expectations for people, but I did date one guy and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like I was completely thrown off. Like I don't like boastful ass niggas. Like he was very boastful, very egotistical, like very just a lot, like doing the most. I hate to do the most ass nigga. Like I don't like that. I'm an outgoing, like extrovert type of person. So I usually date men that's the opposite of me. And I thought he was like that. He was not. And I was like, this is fucking terrible. This is terrible. I cannot do this. Like, and then as a woman, sometimes, you know, I never want to be that woman that like, you let the good men go away. Being nice ain't enough.
Yeah.
So that nigga was cool. He was nice, but it wasn't enough. And it was just terrible.
For sure. All right. What's the most insecure thing a man has ever done around you?
Woo! I had a nigga say I feel like this was the most insecure because as a woman, you want to feel like you are very beautiful around the person that you having sex with, right? This man said it in a way where it's like he felt like he wasn't pleasing me. Like he was like, it was insecure because he was like, oh, when you go out, niggas be like on you, don't they? And I was thinking in my head like, well, yeah, like, have you seen you see me? Like
you was on me.
You was on exactly. You was on me. So what do you mean? Like it was kind of insecure, but then it was kind of like, you know, I understood where he was coming from, but I've never asked that. Like if I know I'm dating somebody that's attractive, bitch, I know bitches is gonna look. I would want you to look. Cause I know my nigga not gonna jump at you. But
that's the most insecure thing? That's not that bad.
That's pretty bad for me.
Why is it so bad?
It's bad. Cause it's like, you got a bad bitch. Like, you know you got a bad bitch. Some niggas don't understand the capacity of the bad bitch that they got.
But I'm thinking it's gonna be like an act. Like that was more so him expressing a thought. Like he didn't even really do shit.
Nah, he did some stuff afterwards. I don't just want to put his business out there.
Okay, so that wasn't really the worst thing.
Okay,
that's
tell
just
me
the worst thing you willing to tell.
Okay, let me think and go. You answer. What's something that a woman did?
To answer.
Now you got to, because I got to think.
I don't know. Like
insecure.
The most insecure thing a woman done. It was this one chick who used to just shit on every girl that was brought into a conversation.
Like say something negative?
Yes.
That's very insecure.
Because it's like, bro, we all know what a bad bitch look like.
Yeah.
We all know a bad bitch when we see a bad bitch. Yeah. And it don't gotta be necessarily just physical attraction. It could be how she moving, what she got going on. It could be other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't talking about, when I say bad bitch in this instance, I ain't talking about that Instagram typical IG model bitch. I'm talking about just a woman who, you know, whatever. Anytime she hating.
That's very insecure.
It's such a fucking turnoff though.
It is.
And I had a woman that was the opposite. I had a woman that was insecure, but would compliment every chick that walked past. But
I had a friend that was like that. She's not my friend anymore, but I had a friend that was like that.
Typically, women like that, women who compliment other women, are very secure with themselves.
Yeah.
This woman hated she couldn't take a compliment for shit.
She hated how she looked.
I
knew a girl like that.
She hated how she looked.
She's gorgeous, like, by the way. Like this girl that I know, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
In my opinion, she hated herself.
Shorty who I was talking to was cold. She grew up with a light skinned best friend who used to get hella attention, and Shorty wasn't even that. So she just was like, "Where we go,
That's
I'm
crazy.
like the afterthought.
That's
Niggas
why I don't
see
have light
her.
skin
They
best
don't
friend.
even see me.
Only got one light skin friend.
So yeah, it was tough. But yeah, chicks be.
No, I think the most insecure thing I ever had was a nigga tell me he was the prize and then make an Instagram post and ask, is he the prize? And have people like it and comment.
That's insane.
I'm
That's
not
up
even
there.
capping. So I had to go back and say that because that was literally the most insecure shit I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no shit like that. I was like, you know, I'm talking about the post where you gotta have people type in on the story.
Yeah.
That one. I was in the bed like, I got to go. Yeah. This is the lamest shit I ever heard in my life.
I was finna say, it's damn.
It was so bad.
It's funny that you said lame, because I'm thinking like, damn, that's probably the lamest shit.
That was the lamest shit ever. And I was like, this nigga
fuck.
really think he the prize. I gotta go. You never getting coochie ever again. And I hope not another bitch ever fuck with you. Like, It was so bad. I ain't never had no shit like that happen to me before. But to that nigga, that was some lame ass shit.
Yeah.
Very insecure.
Before we go to the next topic, one thing I do want to say about insecurities is that we all got them. We all need to check them and not live in them and let it get too crazy. But I do hate how like social media make insecurity seem like it's just like the most weird, goofy. It's like almost like people are becoming inhuman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where we not supposed to feel no time. If you feel a way about some shit, you butt hurt. You insecure. It's like you're allowed to feel ways about things that happen. But when it comes to insecurities, you know, we all have insecurities. We all want to check them and figure it out as best we can. Just don't be projecting that shit.
Okay.
If you feel that shit in your chest and go talk to your therapist. Y'all know I got the lady, Diana Jean Lewis, JL Family Services. Holla at her.
Not sharing the therapist, child.
Oh yeah, I put my therapist on. She be blue though.
You got a female therapist?
Yeah. Oh, I had a male. I prefer I tell every dude get a female therapist. Older woman. When I say older, my therapist like middle age. She like late 30s, early 40s. But
that's not bad.
So she still know what the fuck going on. She also owned a private practice. So it's like on the entrepreneur side, she give me a lot of game too.
That's good.
So it's she cold.
My therapist was black. She was around my age. Yeah. Very, very cold. Like on that shit. She was like, "You're not doing too much. You overthinking." I'm like, "Damn, you raw as hell. You should be a therapist." Like she raw.
Yeah.
Shout out. Okay, my next one is: do you think that hoes really be winning? Do these hoes really be winning?
What hoes?
Do hoes be really winning?
Like when we say hoes, we talking about like literally
do the hoes. Do you think the hoes really be
What's
winning?
A hoe?
So what's her name? Suki.
She ain't got that side.
Anyway. Suki, Sexy Red, Summer Walker. Just to say those three women. Not saying that they're hoes. But people, it's this. You hear this? Those women, like, people have labeled them as hoes, quote unquote.
All right.
And they like, hoes be winning. Like, I can name a few other women from like that celebrities, and they be like, them hoes is winning. And I'll be thinking like, is hoes not supposed to win? Like, I'm confused. Like,
winning at what though?
Winning at life. Like,
this question made me feel like I live on
like Carisha got Diddy, got a rich ass.
Are you saying so like these city girl type
like
bitches,
the city girl,
are they
hoes
winning?
Be winning?
Like the pussy rap chicks, are they winning?
Yeah, like
if you getting what you want, you winning.
Yeah,
you winning. Morally, are you winning? I don't know. Are you gonna look back and regret what you known for?
But then that's the case of that means that. But why are those type of women looked down upon though in like society? I feel like them people look at them people like, oh, they got all these kids and they ghetto as fuck.
Why are they looked down upon?
Yeah,
because they living so far outside of the norm of society. You gonna be looked at different when you living so far outside of the norm of society. You know what I'm saying? You doing things that are deemed negative, like it's sexualized as America is. To sexually exploit yourself is kind of we look at it as a negative thing, and it might, some people have a religious base looking at it as a negative thing, and if that's what they believe in, then they right in their world. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, people got the right to do whatever they want, and people got the right to perceive that however they want. So if somebody perceives that as a negative thing, or as this person's a hoe, It is what it is. They don't have to live under that opinion, and they
Yeah.
not living
They
under that
sure
opinion.
not.
That's why they winning, because they
I
not
feel
living
like
under
those
that
type of
opinion.
women are winning more, and it's more publicly nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But in my day, like, I'm from the hood. The hood ladies be winning all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they get the men with the big bag, and they get on like,
Ooh, so are we saying that they winning more than women that are not like that? So
yeah, a
that's
little
the real
bit.
question.
That's the question.
Okay.
I'm sorry I
Okay.
wrote it
Let me,
worded it wrong.
because I feel like you asked the question that's like, I kind of live under a rock sometimes, so I didn't know
Like
I didn't
those
know where you
women,
was
like
going at all.
sometimes people would think like those women that's like
It's
if
more beneficial to be that way.
absolutely
Is what
like
is what you asking.
they're saying like, don't you know how people be like the nice guy finishes last?
Absolutely.
I feel like nowadays people are saying like the good girl, quote unquote, or the regular girl is nothing compared to like the hood bitches because they winning.
No.
Which is crazy because I feel like if you are who you is, no matter where you from, a hood bitch, suburb, wherever you from, you're gonna win at life if you are you just being authentically you. I feel like out of everybody I just named, I feel like a person who just own now that's big, like besides Carisha, you know, the City Girls, and Sexy Red, I feel like they're authentically themselves. So people love that shit. That's why I feel like they're quote unquote winning.
But what's a win? So this is a complex question. Because for one, it comes, what's a win for you? Because it comes down to the individual and what you value. So if you got a certain standard of values and you some like wholesome woman who was raised a certain way, and your views is like, you want a man who really give a fuck about you. You want a man who you know, take care of you in certain ways, respect you in certain ways, value your opinion, care about what the fuck you got going on. If that's what you want, and you looking at Sexy Red like she winning, then your head fried.
Yeah.
Because you just move your own goalposts according to a bitch you don't even know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I think social media is moving. People are allowing social media to move their goalposts.
Yeah.
So if you trying to move your goalpost to where her goalpost is, of course she winning.
Yeah.
Because you running her race now. You know what I'm saying? So she got to be. So I don't think just in my world, are women like though, and like the way I see the world and perceive things, is a woman like that winning over a woman who's not like that? Absolutely not. They're front running.
Yeah.
Meaning that like they might be in the lead or in this spotlight now, but at the end of the day, I don't think most of them are gonna look back at life and be proud of what they built and what they known for. And the reason I say that is shit like this. I got killed on Twitter a couple years ago when Ari went to the club and the DJ asked her to twerk. And I said,
yeah, I remember that. I remember when you got killed that day.
Yeah, I was like, what's the difference between the DJ asking Ari to twerk and an interviewer asking Fabulous to freestyle? Fabulous known for rapping. We know you for shaking your ass.
That's crazy.
You don't have a talent. You don't
have
rap.
a talent. Just like Kim K.
You twerk. The last time I saw Ari, she was holding a sign twerking.
Yeah.
So if I know you for that and you getting club appearances for that, okay, yeah, you got a makeup line, you got wigs. Bitch, you ain't got no fucking vendor table set up in this club. So, but
they drug you
now,
for that.
This is what you're known for. You made yourself known for this. And now when somebody asks you to do it, it's offensive.
I feel like that's because people feel like they don't want to be, women specifically, we don't want to be capped off into this one world thing. Like,
right.
I'm multifaceted. I can do more than one thing. So they probably was chewing you up about that because, okay, Fabulous, all he know how to do is rap and wear mismatched color clothes. Like, they probably like, that's all he know how to do.
But why was that all he know how to do and that's not all Ari?
But I'm saying, like, there are some women that agree with you, but there are some women that totally disagree. Like, she do more than that, da-da-da-da-da. And social media has this way of having people think that they know what the fuck somebody got going on in their life. Like, y'all don't know that
but
girl.
My thing is this. Regardless of what else you do, what else do you present? Because you're not posting yourself reading books, bitch. You posting yourself shaking your ass, so you can't expect me to actually do some shit I never seen you do.
So if she did other shit, you will be like...
Yeah.
You will be like... Because that's what she's presenting herself as.
Let me see another motherfucker. Like, I wouldn't be mad if Cardi B... If a nigga asks Cardi B to twerk and she got offended, I wouldn't be mad. Because she has 20 fucking songs she could perform.
She do.
So I wouldn't be, if she was like, turn around and twerk, Cardi,
Yeah, you'll be like, all right, what the fuck?
There's other shit that she gonna shake her ass when she feel like. But Ari is like, what the fuck else are you finna do?
Oh yeah,
what are you finna do?
I can see that. I'm not disagreeing with you.
This a club. We not at a fucking book
you.
signing, bitch.
She
what
not
are you
at
finna
a
do?
You not at a hair show or anything like that. You at the club. So you at a club appearance. You drinking liquor, shaking ass.
That's my thing, and it's just like, it was a question that came up on a podcast clip that I posted, and it was Cam saying that like niggas will, lead with money. And then when a chick come asking for money, it's like, nah. Like you tweaking, you on some gold digging shit. But it's like, this is what you led with.
You led with that.
Right? And it was men in the comments saying shit like, oh, it ain't no different. And I hate the tit for tat shit, because if we talking about this, we talking about this.
Exactly.
But men in the comments like, oh, it's the same thing when a woman shaking her ass on the internet and be mad when a nigga wanna fuck. And that's true. And it was a lot of women saying shit like, oh, well, that's different because da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, you cannot be mad when somebody come at you with the energy that you put out. You put out this energy. So do you owe that nigga some pussy because you shook your ass on the internet? Absolutely not. No. But you can't be mad that he asked for some. The fuck?
I agree with that, because a nigga shouldn't be asked for a woman ask him for some money and they presented that like they got money.
Don't be mad. You don't gotta give her the money.
Your car because you don't gotta get no money, but you presented that you got it, so why wouldn't I ask for some?
Exactly.
Like rich people get mad when motherfuckers asking for money. You rich as hell. All your songs you talking about how you got 500 bands, give a bitch $1. Like,
exactly.
$300,000.
And my thing is with that, he don't owe you the money. He don't got to give it to you.
He don't, and
but
that
you
woman
can't
do
be
not
mad
got
that a
no
motherfucker
ass.
asked.
Absolutely,
that's the energy you putting out. They returning it. What the fuck is you mad for?
When you put it like that, well, I already understood it, but I definitely understand it now. So be careful how y'all present yourself, and if a motherfucker say something that offends you, you got to reevaluate how you presenting yourself. Like,
you got to reevaluate how you present yourself, because motherfuckers is gonna come at you the way you coming at the world.
They is.
Like, they gonna come at you like that. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna be like, you wasn't shaking that ass on Tuesday. I thought you was gonna shake it on Wednesday.
Who turn is it? My turn.
It's your turn.
Let me see. What factors determine how long you make a man wait for sex?
Oh, a lot of things. Me, the first most very important one is how much I like you. Because honestly, if I really fuck with you, and I am really interested in wanting to see what you want sex wise, I'm gonna fuck. Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's see what this is about. Also, I like to see, like, if he's respectable, like, not to me but to everybody. I feel like a lot of people are okay with somebody treating them different than how they treat other people. I'm not like that. I like men to treat me how he would treat everybody else. So if you treat a bitch how you like nothing, you'll treat me the same way. So if you're a gentleman to strangers, you'll be a gentleman to me. Yeah. I'm big on that. So that's one. Another one is if he's disciplined. I'm a very disciplined woman. I'm a Capricorn. I am I'm very goal oriented. I'm like that. I usually date people that are the same way, or fuck with a nigga that's the same way at least. So I would like to see like what his routine and day to day is, and if he's disciplined in any area like work, any hobbies with his friends, anything like that. And then also how like they take care of themselves. I feel like if I see like a person, like say social media or something like that, I see like, oh, they look like they put together. But if I'm out with you and you don't look like you clean, I'm not getting none of this cat, bro. Like, that shit dead. But if you are, like, let's add a number to the scoring board. Like, that's very important. And then also if a nigga could read. That sounds not like it's deep, but niggas don't be reading. And I feel like if a man can't read, they can't do nothing for me. I got a fucking library in my house. Like,
you saying like
read?
Niggas don't be reading.
I'm not talking about
can't read. It's
niggas can't read.
Niggas don't be reading.
Niggas don't be reading, can't read, can't spell. Like, I feel like I cannot be with no man that can't read, or no woman. Like, I cannot be with a partner. I cannot fuck somebody that can't read. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not fucking Floyd. That nigga can't read. G, I can't do it.
I respect Floyd.
I respect him.
And him not being able to read just because of his backstory and how that happened.
I respect it.
They took him out of school.
I respect it.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be getting no coochie. And that's on GP.
He said, I can't read, but I can count.
Barely. How we know that?
Floyd made some great business decisions outside of the ring.
He probably has a team of people that help him do the
That's
things
a
that he
great
do.
business decision. To get
I
the right
feel
picking the right
like
people is a
if
skill.
you personally cannot read, do not even try me.
Hey,
I'm gonna make your ass read some lines.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about no regular book.
Yeah.
Harry Potter books, nigga. Read them lines.
Yeah.
Like
Floyd said he came home one day. They say, Floyd, you got your homework? He said, fuck that homework. Turn that box of tape on.
So that
say,
nigga, woo, 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 woo. The can't even fucking read, dumbass nigga. I'll fuck with you, Floyd. Fuck with me. Fuck with me, Floyd. Hell no. No. Ooh, that was a good one. That was me. That was you. That was a good one. You got a list for girl get some dick.
A list?
You probably ain't got no list.
Yeah, my standard's pretty low.
Nigga said, if you look cute, you're getting some dick.
You can talk yourself out some dick though.
You can. Hey, I've had niggas talk their way right out the panties. Had a nigga take me out the dinner, nice ass dinner. He like, yeah, I gotta stop at the Benz dealership. Nigga, it's 8:30. What you stopping at the Benz dealership for? I'm trying to do a cleaning. First of all, you got a Benz. I could rob you. First of all, that's number one. Number two, you was just finna get some. Coochie off the table now. Take me home.
Yeah.
Sad for you.
Yeah, I had a chick that, and it was the same thing. She was kind of dumb. Like, she had a dumb ass too. And it was like, I met her at a little kickback. I'm talking about dark skin, pretty, like, so, I'm talking about me and the guys was like, man, shorty so cold. And I got her back to the crib. It was that time, and the whole conversation, I don't know why my dumb ass, it was my fault.
No, don't blame yourself for this.
I was watching the documentary before she got there, and I was trying to finish it when she got there, and it was like some shit about Hiroshima or some shit. And this bitch was so fucking stupid. Like, oh my God, she ain't know shit about shit.
Why would you do that?
Explain. I didn't know her. This is my first time kicking it with her.
I would have instantly turned.
But the more I explained the shit, she was trying to keep this conversation up with me. So no, she wasn't trying to understand. She was trying to like match the level of conversation, but she was throwing out other facts about Black history that was wrong as fuck, and that shit was crazy. I couldn't put my dick in her. I'm like, nope.
I'm that proud of you because you would have just been as dumb as her.
It turned me the fuck off, and that made me feel very mature that I was turned off.
I'm happy you did that because you would have just been slow. Do you think you've ever picked the wrong friend?
Picked the wrong friend, like dated the wrong friend.
You fucked the wrong friend
all the time.
That's terrible.
All the time, not every time. No offense. Don't
Goddamn. No,
not every time. There's a lot of times I picked, but yeah, that shit happened.
Damn.
Because you don't meet, and sometimes that's the thing.
Ow.
Have I felt that way about looks? Like, damn, I should have waited. Her friend cold.
Yeah.
Yes, I have felt that way.
Damn.
But I don't give a fuck that much. That's not like on my mind for real. It's like, your friend bad. It is what it is. What be on my mind is when the friend personality match my personality and yours don't.
Damn.
That's when it killed me for real.
You'd be like,
cause yeah, I done been in a situation where I meet the friend and be like, damn, your friend cold. And it'd be like the next 2-3 times I'm looking at her like, damn. But after that, it'd be cool. It'd be cool. I get used to the bitch. Like, all right, you cold. We know you cold. Get the fuck out of my face. But when my personality and your friend personality like this, I'd be sick.
You be blue. You be hurt. I recently don't think I picked the wrong friend, but in the past, niggas need to start bringing the whole clique around. Bring the whole clique around. Let me see. Let's all have a conversation. We need to start doing how we used to do back in college, like have a big ass kickback, everybody just mingle. And do that. We don't do that no more. Niggas don't do that no more. Yeah. Well, I'm finna bring that shit back. I'm bringing it back because your niggas friends be like smarter, better, and then you realize you dating a little homie. You dating a nigga that go get the relos. Yeah. I'm devastated. I'm hurt. Yeah. I'm starved. Like you starving. You stuck. Me personally, but you gotta bring. Yeah. Don't pick. It's crazy.
I was talking to a woman. I called her. We was talking on the phone or whatever, and it was our first time talking. She had came to a show, beautiful, and got her information. Called her maybe like a week, 2 weeks later, whatever. We talking on the phone, and I'm thinking like, I'm on that with you. Obviously, I'm on that with you. I'm calling you. We having this conversation. We getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And I had said something to the effect of going out or something that was like in the realm of like moving forward to to talking. It wasn't nothing major, but it was like linking up, going out, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm talking to you to try to get to know what type of person you are. I'm not at all trying to link up with you, go on a date with you. I just want to know what type of person you is. That's it. I'm not even interested right now.
She treated your ass.
She kind of really showed me how you supposed to do the shit, though.
You supposed
like
to
she
date.
not even showed me. She reminded me.
Yeah.
Like that, like before dating, because that's what we do. We meet a motherfucker and we start dating them before we get to know them.
Yeah. No, I consider that
feelings.
I consider that right there to be dating.
I don't think that's dating.
That's what
she was on some super cool. We're not going out, linking up, none of that shit. Like, what type of person are you? We got a couple phone conversations. I ain't heard from Shorty in a minute. Now that I think about it,
yeah, she probably ain't fuck with
the type
you.
Of nigga I was,
which is good. But which is what more people should do.
We all should be doing that. She slowed that shit all the way the fuck down.
She was like, woo, 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 woo. I dated a girl that did that. She was like, I was like, yeah, let's link up.
Her name started with a K.
No, her name started with an S. Shout out to you. She stopped out instantly. I was like, yeah, I'm on that. She was like, no, we're just talking on the phone. I'm like, damn. I'm trying to.
Fuck.
Trying to bang. You talking about let's talk.
But you did this? This
anyways,
the scissor sign?
Mm-mm.
Why I ain't like this?
What is that?
Because it's like this, but then.
No, we don't do that. That's why you stay in your lane.
Okay. Okay.
I asked Michael. That was my question.
All right. What time we at?
8:35.
On the clock though. An hour. All right. This is gonna be my last one.
All right.
What made the worst sex you ever had the worst sex you ever had?
Damn. This is before I knew what sex was. So this has never happened again after that. But it was no foreplay. It was just like, this is when I thought that women had to like please a man. Like, I didn't think that you had to like a woman was actually supposed to have an orgasm or anything like that, which is so fucking crazy. Yeah. But I just thought that I'm supposed to lay here and like let you fuck on me, which is not good. That's rape. Don't let a man fuck on you.
Yeah. But masturbating with your body?
Masturbating with my body basically. Like, it wasn't long. It was like 5 minutes, 10 minutes or whatever. It was had to be like my second time having sex. This was with my boyfriend when I was like 17. Like, this was terrible. It was so bad. No foreplay, freaking, not even doing it right, fake moaning, not even that wet. Like, it was just not good. It was just terrible. Like,
so bad that it was unforgettable.
It was very unforgettable. Like, I would never forget that moment. So that's why I have incredible sex every single other day. Because if not, like, I feel like you have to have some type of growth. And like, I'm so happy, like, I learned not only how to please myself, but how to please other people, but also know that women come first. You know what I'm saying? That somebody that will want to fuck with you, they will want you to be pleased, all levels. And that it starts mentally first, all of that stuff. Like, is very important to have a great sexual experience. I feel like some people feel like talking about sex is taboo, like talking about death. Me, I feel like if you talk about sex with a person before y'all have sex, y'all talking about what y'all like, what y'all don't like, what you're interested in, a fantasy, thinking about things you probably are interested in, you have never done, things like that. I feel like the sexual experience will be so much better than you like, oh, I want to fuck, I'm gonna see what this about. No, let me see that dick. Let's talk. Let me see it. Let me tell you how I like to be fucked. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Those help the sexual experience, because before you like, oh, let me just lay here and open my coochie up. No, that's not good. So,
absolutely.
Thank God for growth.
Do you have because I got to record something else and I'm late for it. But so I want to wrap it up. But did you have like an ace of spades like question that you were saving? I don't want to skip it if you had something crazy. If everything else is just like whatever.
Nah, what's the worst advice someone has ever given you?
The worst advice somebody has ever given me is that if you do, well, I guess I don't know if this advice or not, but if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I guess it's the biggest lie somebody ever.
That's the biggest lie.
Yeah, because if you do what you love,
you still gonna be working.
You might be working harder than you ever worked in your life.
Entrepreneurship is 24 hours a day.
Right about now, I'm probably working as hard as I've ever worked in my life, and I love doing what I do. So
Ain't that crazy?
That shit was cap.
That shit cap as fuck. That's why I quit teaching. I love doing teaching. I love that shit. Yeah. I was working too motherfucking hard.
You love working with kids. You probably love teaching.
There we go.
Yeah, because I felt the exact same fucking way.
Okay.
But, all right, man, we going to wrap it up. Let them know where to find you at.
Y'all can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Shamerea _ which is SHAMEREA _
For sure. And y'all know where to find me at. Y'all can find me at in motherfucking Atlanta, August 17th at Battle with the Sexes in Atlanta City Winery. Boop. Y'all can find me Friday, August 18th at the Provocative Party at Cookies Dance Den.
Ooh.
August 19th at Baseline in Chicago, the 21 Questions live podcast. And also, you can find me up north at Wayland Outdoor Aquatic Center at the Rich Fest FC Network pool party.
Ooh.
Splash Waterfalls R&B pool party. That's August 20th. That's a Sunday, and that wraps up FC weekend. Catch y'all in a minute, man. We out.
Boop, boop, boop.